Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again for another interesting Jay Slater video. In this video, we're going to be looking at a TikToker who believes that Jay is still alive. In fact, there's one video she released which makes a lot of sense, and I want to get your thoughts and your opinion on that video. But before we do that, there's another video that's been sent to me of allegedly Jay, Brandon, whoever it is, outside at 4 a.m. in the morning, hours before Jay allegedly went missing. Let's check this out. Okay, cool. So this video was sent to me. Let's check this out. This is meant to be Brad. I'm not too sure who it is, but the location is extremely familiar. I'm sure you guys will remember that white church. And Lucy took a picture of that white tower. It might be a clock tower, and she put that on her Instagram. So this is the town literally next door to Masca, and allegedly this is Jay, Brandon, all together, you know, doing something at 4 bells in the morning, allegedly. And here they are. This is meant to be them behind some sort of crate. I think this is like a crate. There's 2 guys there. I mean, you can't really identify, you know, who they are. This one here is allegedly meant to be Brad. That's what I'm being told. And they're saying they believe it's Brad based on the way he's walking. But, you know, you can't really identify who these people are. I mean, an expert probably would be able to do it. But this person, you know, allegedly Brad, I don't know. It's meant to be 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, either the night before or the night Jay went missing. This guy comes, oh no, that guy's trying to scream on someone. Then this other guy comes here, and then those 2 run. I'm not too sure if they're all together, if that guy comes around the corner because he's looking for them, he spots them and starts chasing after them. Like, I don't know, but they all start running in that direction. There's cars. So look, more people coming to the train. There's more people there. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know who this is, but allegedly it's Jay, Brad, and the gang either the night before or the night Jay went missing. Anyway, let's move on to the TikToker who believes that Jay Slater is still alive and could be hiding in Ibiza. Let's check this out.
What would your reaction be if I said Jay Slater was alive? What would your reaction be if I said he was in Ibiza? He's being kept in Ibiza by these people.
What people?
What would you say if I said the British, or shall I say the world, paid towards a drug debt gone wrong? 72 grand they raised on a GoFundMe, all towards a drug debt. Apparently Brandon Hodgson, aka Dave Hedgehog, we all know that account because he's been in my live streams quite a lot. He's apparently being made to go over to Egypt to pay off this debt. I personally don't think they're going to let Jay Slater go. I
mean, firstly, we need to find out where this information's come from. You know, Brandon allegedly going over to Egypt to pay off a drug debt. Where's that come from? I mean, is there even a drug debt?
I think it's uncovered way too much for him to just be, here you go, here's your son. I find it's quite mad because I got told this by a TikTok content creator. The body was not Jay Slater's in that casket. Apparently it was someone in Spain. It's a Spanish body. My question
again, where did this information come from? You need receipts.
Is, and my point is, Debbie Duncan, Warren, and the boy Zach, they went to go view the body in Spain, but it was a closed casket with a single rose on the top. They never witnessed that body. Not a single person in the family have witnessed that that's Jay Slater's body. This casket has been closed from that day onwards. So that body that's been buried in the ground in the UK isn't Jay Slater's. I think this is mad, and if that's the case, apparently Debbie Duncan is fully
sounds a bit mad at this moment in time.
Aware of this as well. And that also kind of backs up the point why she's arguing with Mark Williams Thomas. I find it quite an interesting one. I think she's a pretty good actress if that's the case, and I think she should be given a BAFTA award for her world-winning performance for the last 4 months.
The whole situation with Debbie and Mark Williams Thomas is a bit questionable. We don't actually know what the truth is between their relationship at this moment in time. Mark Williams Thomas claims that there is no problem, but then you've got the media saying otherwise. But what's truly never made sense to me is the fact that Mark Williams Thomas has claimed in public that he works directly with the family and he works with Debbie. But a person who's called Mark Williams Thomas out is Chris Tenerife. And he also has claims that he works directly with Debbie and the family. So it just doesn't make sense as to why two parties who are both on one team are in conflict with each other. Chris Tenerife has called Mark Williams Thomas out on a number of occasions. There are DMs that have been leaked with Chris Tenerife saying X, Y, and Z about Mark Williams Thomas. Got Mark Williams Thomas blocking Chris Tenerife's side chick, claiming what he said in these messages is a load of nonsense. But these are people that are meant to be on the same team, working with the family, trying to find justice for Jay. And then you got Mark Williams Thomas telling us that he's got information about what happened at the Airbnb and why Jay left the way he did. However, he wants to reveal the information slowly but surely in protection of the family. For what reason, I don't know. These points should have already been discussed with the family. For whatever reason, he doesn't want to release that information just yet. And the only thing I can kind of lean towards at this moment in time is that information is incriminating one of the friends. It's incriminating someone within that circle. Now, in one of the last videos, we were talking about there being a 24-hour time difference. So Jay going missing 24 hours prior to the time when we were told he actually went missing. And the reason why that made sense to me is because of the picture that Jay allegedly took with himself in the blanket. If Jay had only been there for 45 minutes, it doesn't make sense for him to have wrapped himself up in this blanket, took a picture, then left within a space of half an hour after that. The only way it made sense to me for Jay to be in that blanket is if Jay had been spending hours at that Airbnb, if not a day or more at that Airbnb, wrapped up in that blanket because he was comfortably sitting or lying on the sofa and probably had been doing that for a number of hours. That was the only way him taking a picture with the blanket made sense. But for someone to be there for 45 minutes and do that didn't make any sense. This same TikToker, Mariana, actually makes this point. Let's check this out.
I knew there was a time window missing. I knew it. Right. I posted a video months ago advising that the NRG festival ended on the 16th of June. A lot of people said, no, he went to another event. He went to another event. No. NRG Papagayo ended on the 16th of June at 4 a.m. I don't know why I'm pointing. It's because I'm passionate and it's because I knew I was right. It ended on the 16th of June. Jay Slater was declared missing around 8:30 a.m. on the 17th of June. That's near enough it's just over a 24-hour time window. That's quite important when it comes to a missing persons case, don't you think? Right? So Jay Slater left the NRG festival, Papagayo, 16th of June around 4 a.m. He then goes to Tramps, still pointing. He then goes to Tramps to go meet AM. That closes around 6 a.m. That was 6 a.m. Sunday, the 16th of June.
Which means it's a whole day and a whole night before he allegedly goes missing. Remember, Brad told us in his interview that Jay told him he was going to be back the next day. Ayub also told us that him and Lucy and Rocky were looking for Jay in the middle of the night. Now, if all of that's true, ladies and gentlemen, what that means is that they have still lied. What are they lying about? Because Ophelia told us that she saw Jay that morning on the 17th of June at the Airbnb walking uphill. Then she said 15 minutes later she was driving home and she see him again walking in that direction. So that would have been a lie if Jay would have went missing 24 hours before she would have seen him. It also means that these guys had 24 hours before they filed the missing persons report to make up their story.
Jay Slater was declared missing on the 17th of June. Why do you think all the 17th of June, all the AM, all the early hours in the morning CCTV footage was removed? Because that showed Jay Slater's whereabouts. That showed that he had left, he had escaped, and he got outside that church. All that footage we saw was true. It's a 24-hour time window. No one was told about this 24-hour time window, and that shows this case has been corrupt from the start.
What doesn't sit right with me is in the last footage of us seeing Jay at the NRG festival or whatever event that was, he looked so wasted. That was the same night he wouldn't have had the energy to do anything else other than go to bed. When he would have come out of the event, the wind would have licked him. He would have wanted to sit down. He would have fell asleep in the car if he was driving in the back of the car. I mean, he wouldn't have been awake to do anything that they claim he has done. So maybe when we see him waved, Maybe he did get back home safely. Maybe everything was okay. He woke up in the morning and they done it all again, like Brad said. But that's the day where they got into trouble. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the content for Jay Slater is going to get less and less because, for one of the main TikTok creators, Lola, her account has vanished. She was someone that was thoroughly investigating everything. So one of the main voices on TikTok have disappeared. We still have other people that are pushing for justice. We still got other people that are looking at information and trying to make sense of it. As time goes on, ladies and gentlemen, it does look like we're going to have to leave this in the hands of the authorities. We have to hope that the inquest brings justice for Jay. However, it's not over, ladies and gentlemen. We just have to hope that the inquest can make sense of what's happened to Jay. And we also have to hope that Mark Williams Thomas has the information that he claims he has so we can bring justice for Jay. We are getting closer, and I need every single one of you to hit the like button, share this video, share all the videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if we are new. Turn your notification bells on so you don't miss out on future videos. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.